Children all over the world are facing discrimination, exploitation, and abuse. With the guidance of the 54 articles of the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child, we can all make sure that children are treated fairly, that they're protected, and that they're allowed to have a quality childhood. As teachers, we have a huge influence on the children in our care, and that could be negative or positive. So as an educator, what you can do is make sure you take these practices, the correct practices, to allow children to have better lives, to empower them, to help them to reach their full potential. Our skit tonight will be based on Article 23, and we will explore inappropriate practices that infringe on children's rights based on this article, and we will be showing you the new practices that we want all teachers to adopt to uphold this right. We will also be showing you examples backed by child development principles.
It's now 7 a.m. It's now 7 a.m.
I can't be late for school. My first day at school, I definitely can't be late. I can't wait to know what my teacher is like, and if I would make new friends, if they would love me, since that I am blind. Oh, I should go now and get organized.
Do you know that children with disability has dreams and aspirations too? Yes, they do. They require high quality education just as any other child to grow academically and reach their full potential. Children with disability often encounter obstacles due to stigma, discrimination, and regular failure of decision makers to include disability in school services.
Good morning, everybody.
Hi.
They sent a girl who's blind to our school? Shouldn't she be in the school for the blind or something?
That's so mean.
Who sent you here, little girl? No, I don't have anything to teach any blind child. Sorry. You go and sit in the back. You can't see anywhere, so it's not going to matter. And listen to me. I don't want any bad behavior. I don't want you influencing the rest of your children in here, because I know y'all handicapped children real bad behavior, and I'm not going to tolerate it. All right, so class, this morning we're going to be going outside, but you are going to be staying inside. You sit down back there. I don't want you bumping into anybody, or I don't want you bumping into anything. Sit down and relax, and we will go outside. Miss Davis, can you believe that they sent a blind girl here? Can you imagine at this school? What am I supposed to teach a blind child? And I'm not going to change up my lesson plans just for her? It's not going to happen. Anyway, the rest of my class will be going outside, and we're going to be doing some real learning. She could sit back there and scribble on some crayons.
Direct discrimination, such as highlighting differences or disabilities. Stereotyping, that is classifying the child to a particular group. Labeling, having a negative perception of how a child with disabilities learn in mainstream school. Prejudice, making assumptions based on the disabilities. denying opportunities and equal access are all inappropriate practices that can be demonstrated by both teachers and children. Article 23 of the UN Convention of the Rights of a Child posits that children with disabilities be given respect and opportunities to thrive.
I feel so unwelcome. I never expected any one of you to treat me this way. Not because I am blind.
A child with disability has a right to live a full and decent life, full of dignity, and as far as possible, independence, and to play an active part in the community. Governments must support and provide for disabled children and their families.
Children with disabilities are one of society's most stigmatized groups. According to UNICEF 2018, those groups of children are usually denied access to critical paths which transition their growth. Some activities that can bring about change include engaging the children in arts and crafts and memory matching cards. These activities help boost social and cognitive development, helping the children to interact with their peers and get along with their fellow classmates.
The way we think, teach, act, it allows us to be different and to transform the classroom settings when it comes to equality, diverse, and inclusion. Ms. Aisha, these are some ways you can create to implement to teach children with disabilities. We create materials and ways to include in the classroom to cater to all the children's needs. We need to be more inclusive, have a diverse class. We need to start to promote inclusion and diversity in the class. It allows us to connect to each and every child in our classroom. It will give us perspective and we'll create experiences for each child in the classroom. Let's start of being diverse and inclusive. Share experiences, make the children laugh. Culture, we learn each child culture. We'll know how to feel when it comes to each children needs. Inclusive, diverse, experiences, perspective. And send with children who have low vision and who are blind, you can do these activities to help with the little adaptation and flexibility. So you can use cards to help, and also you could use books. You could read stories. Also you can do Monopoly, music, gardening, and crafts as well. Braille is a system that you can use for a blind student. The art of thinking independently together. I'm going to leave you with that quote by Malcolm Forbes.
Hey Luan, come on, let's go play.
Sure.
Hey Noida, I didn't like what you said to Luan yesterday. Luan is our friend, and yes, she's blind, but that doesn't make her any less of a human than we are. We should learn to respect and love each other. I think you should apologize to her.
You have a good point, Princess. I should have thought differently. I'm really sorry, Luan, for my behavior. I labeled you, ignored your feelings, and didn't treat you with any respect. You are a person just like us, and you have every right to be here. Will you forgive me?
Okay, Noida, thanks for saying sorry. I hope we can be best friends now.
Thanks, Luan. And yes, we will.
Miss Aisha, what you did was wrong. Each child has a right. They have a right to education. They have a right on their views. They have a right to express themselves They have a right to feel love, a right for health and shelter, education. You need to reflect, reevaluate, watch from the same perspective. When we teach the children where they understand different perspectives and they share their experiences. Each child has a right for education. What you did was wrong. You know what you have to do.
I never realized that Luann had a right to be here and I have a right to treat her fairly. I should have never have talked to her so harshly, and for that, Luann, I sincerely apologize. You're just as valid as everyone else here, and you deserve to be treated to the same kind of care and quality education as all of the rest of the children.
Thanks, miss, because the first day I came to school, I felt so bad I never wanted to come back. Not because I am blind, mean I am less than any other child, but I'm feeling welcome now.